Hey, so I wanted to take a moment to reflect on online school for a moment in our online classes. I know that it is not the most ideal approach that everyone wants to do with taking classes, and there are some negatives that might exist around online classes that might bother some more than others. And some negatives can be such as um, not having the direct instruction from professors like we're used to, being able to walk into a classroom, greet our professors, and have interactive conversations with them during class, be able to ask questions as we like with face to face interaction. There's also the sense of personal community that exists with your classmates. You know, you're able to banter, you're able to talk with others in class, get to know people on more personal levels, seeing each other's face. There's also just the hands on approach towards learning the material, especially if you're learning material that is supposed to be hands on moving forward in your life. This can be a struggle with having classes online. Another adversity that we face is just where we have to be more accountable to do our assignments and log on every day. We have to be ready to be presentable in front of a camera and be comfortable with being in front of the camera and turning our computer on and just sitting in front wherever we may be located, whether it's in our homes, apartments, out in public. Maybe you're at work and you have to be in class. And another inconvenience can be just electronic issues presented. Maybe you don't have the best computer to support you for online courses, or the fastest Wi-Fi, or sometimes you have Wi-Fi issues due to just the location you live. Now, take a moment and really just reflect on a couple negatives that you found with online school. Feel free to write them down. Take a pause for a moment from this and just think, what has bothered you through online instruction? All right. Now that you've taken the time to look at the negatives and really just stare at the piece of paper, or just sit there and think about the negative aspects of class, what are some ways you think you can turn it around? What are ways that you feel in control to be able to see some positives in the negatives that you just wrote down or just thought about? It can be that online classes have provided you with a better, more flexible schedule to your day to day lives, or that it's provided you with a more comfortable environment that you feel comfortable with being in your bedroom, your living room, being able to take your computer to the park and just learn that in outdoors. Maybe you've saved some money during online classes. That's a positive of like not spending so much on gas traveling to school. You're not buying out as much, buying food on campus, and you're saving more money right now. Maybe online recording has become a positive utensil in your life to be easily accessed for to do your assignments and catch up, and use online recordings to look back at lectures that you may not have remembered in class. This is also a good time as a learning opportunity for you to be more accountable for your self actions. You have to learn to get up on time on your own and just take more demand of your own life, which allows more and more independence. And it possibly even created more awareness of the technology in your life and what uses that you have in front of you. Maybe there was something on your laptop or iPad that you didn't know you can use before, or what kind of applications even existed. Maybe you use Microsoft Word and you learned new things you can do on these programs. Maybe you've learned how to understand more of setting up different types of electronics. Taking the time to reflect on the negatives and the positives is always so helpful in your day to day lives. And being able to reframe any negatives in your lives with some possible positives. Now, this does not mean that there's always going to be a positive to something negative, but at least it creates an awareness that you know that there is something there in front of you, and you can learn to take a moment, take a step back, and reflect and try to make the moment better for ourselves. Allow yourself to take control of what's in front of you and control your own happiness. Control your own positivity. Maybe these moments of discomfort, these moments of having negative aspects, at least with online school, is giving us an opportunity to grow and learn new positive values and new positive approaches in our lives that can be expanded beyond our academic learning. Maybe you can start building skills. Maybe you can start building new skills that you can transfer onto your work life when you're done with school, or transfer on helping friends and family, just having a simple conversation, settling into a moment and talking through a moment with them. When we take these moments to really just sit back and settle into what's going on in front of us, you're taking more control than you know. Now, before we end, I want to say that you've done a great job. You're doing a great job and you're working very hard. And I think this is a good moment to take time to recenter ourselves. So let's take a moment. Let's rest our hand on our stomach. Take a deep breath in. Just a couple seconds. Feel your stomach rise, filling up with air. And just breathe out. Feel your stomach fall. Lay your feet flat on the ground. You're in control of what's going on in front of you. You're in control of the negatives and positives that revolve around your life from with online school, beyond online school. And you know how to pick yourself back up. You've been doing it your whole life. Now let's take one more deep breath. Breathe out. Now let's take this moment to recenter ourselves. And on a good note, and on the note, calmly, let this idea settle in and see how you can adapt it to your day to day, how you can try to bring into your day to day. Think about the negatives that you may face today that are beyond online school that you're facing today. Taking the time and the effort to make those changes is what matters. And it's okay to make mistakes because you could bounce back. Great job today.